We got a total of 1 inch of rain yesterday here, so we were hoping to kind of not get much and do the weeds. I mean, I'm happy we did get the rain though, because then I get some time extra with my family and some time to catch up on fixing stuff. So I thought I was going to show up and just right away start going and working on the combines, but we were having brake problems on our Super Bee, mine and my brother's, and we had a guy out to come look at it. He was like humming and hawing, and I was like, screw it, I'll just take care of it myself. So I think I figured out the issue. It is the service brake air relay that goes from your foot pedal, which actually actuates air to your brakes. So Andrew's going to get parts now, and I'm going to start working on the combines. We did our feeder chains yesterday. That's nice. It's just a tedious job. Get it off the list. So now I'm going to get my combine, take it for a little bit of a drive, get all the mud off, and then bring it into the yard. I think my hydraulic pump seal on my gearbox is leaking as well, because now that I look at it and I'm paying attention to it, I can see like an oil washing down the side of the box. So we're gonna do the pump seal. I got like 5 or so things I want to do to each combine, and we'll see if we can't get in really good shape for tomorrow, when we may just end up taking like 20-22% moisture weed off, because got to keep making progress. We made it to the farm without making too big of a mess. Cleaned up good enough that I don't think my dad will give me a hard time about getting mud on his gravel. Last thing I want to do is start picking mud, but I'm sure you guys can hear the noise, so I'll show you what's going on. We are running the dryer. We realized as a farm that it's worth a lot more just getting the crop in off the field and drying it, and usually when it's warm out it doesn't take much to dry anyway. So I'll show you our setup. It is old, but it works really well. We got the bidirectional, and this is like a 1960s dryer, but it keeps us going really well. And it does a lot of bushels a year, which is awesome. We're getting propane right now, but so this is the wet bin, 4,000 bushel storage, and then it comes out to our dry bin, which, yeah, we could definitely have a bit more storage on there, but it's working well. And with all the hoppers that we have, if we have more wet grain, we just start slamming it into hoppers, and then from there we'll load it into the wet bin, and then it goes to the dry bin. So anyways, now working on the combine. First thing on my list of just our full bin sensor, I want it to just be right. When it goes off, no more space, but not spilling. I hate spilling grain on the cab. It drives me nuts. So we're gonna do that, and then yeah, I gotta do the shaft seal on the hydraulic pump on my gearbox. It is always a tight fit bringing this thing in. Don't have much room. We are resealing this double stack hydraulic pump. It bolts into the main drive gearbox on the back of the engine and is running all the time. I saw oil spilling out of it, not a lot, not very fast, but if there's oil getting in there, it's either that pump or the hydrostat. This pump is easy to do. First thing we're gonna do though is right there is our oil level plug. We're gonna quickly pull that out, and if it comes pouring out of there, without a doubt, we got contaminated oil and oil getting in there. So we'll just quickly reseal that then, and monitor it and hope it doesn't start leaking again, because then that means it's our hydrostat. All right, let's pull this plug and see what we see. Lots of oil coming out, and it doesn't look great. So we will reseal that pump. There we go, we got our double stack pump out. Now we gotta take this pinion gear off, so we'll undo this nut, give it a couple taps with a hammer, pop that off, and change that seal right in there. We got everything off. We got our Woodruff key out and our snap ring. So now I'm gonna take my drill bit with some grease on it, drill a hole in that seal, and I will just pull it out I had a pick here somewhere. Old seal, new seal. The old seals, because I've done 2 of them now in the last couple days, they just get hard. And this one kind of looks like it's rubbed out the outer edge. So I'm sure it was just a slow leak. That's why we really didn't notice it based off our hydraulic oil levels. But I mean, it's gonna take less than an hour to get this changed out. Slam this one in and move on to the next. All right, we got our new seal in there. Grab our snap ring pliers. Get that snap ring in, installed. Then we got to put our Woodruff key back in. Give it a couple taps with the brass hammer. Then we're throwing our pinion gear on. Just like that. Got our nut. It's all going back together nicely. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go find the O-ring that I have to reseal this box. And then we're going back together and we will refill our gearbox with new oil. We're making fantastic progress. We got that gearbox sealed up, put new oil in the main drive gearbox, and now we're going to try and back up to the fuel tank here, fill this thing up, grease it, and then this machine is done. I still have to fix that spinner, but I don't have parts for that right now. It just needs a new seal, and when I do the seal, I need to weld a couple broken brackets. Oh boy, you know it's a bad day when we're using tandems. They work pretty well in the yard though. They're a little bit easier, I'll give you that. Anyways, we're throwing more grain up there. I don't know what happened there. I'm sure it'll get cleaned up though. We finished our combine. Now I want to quickly get that Super Bee wrapped up, and then we're gonna either start on our header and do that gearbox quickly because I hate leaking gearboxes, and then I think we'll address Dad's combines or Dad's combine. I think that's how it'll work. Here is the old trailer service brake relay. Air comes in here from the foot pedal, actuates it, and sends your brake air to the pods, but it was leaking air straight through from the tank straight in and keeping the brakes actuated. So we got a new relay and we will quickly throw that on. I got the valve installed on our rear trailer, so we're gonna fire up our Volvo. Nice. And get things airing up. Always got to hit that high idle. Get a bit better oil pressure. All right. Hey, get back there. We're gonna let it air up and we will see what happens. Look at this guy. But he thinks he's got moves. I bet you he also doesn't think I'm so zoomed up on him. Oh my goodness. Give this guy a follow for the dance moves. I'm happy to report back that that valve was the issue. Before, you would hear air leaking out this line, and this line's loose, so we would hear it right now. And that is on the service side. So in theory, it was just trying to hold the brakes on all the time. So we got that changed, and now we'll go back and work on the combines. One of you commented, just use a zip tie on that solenoid. Hold it there in the meantime. Brilliant. I can't believe I didn't think about that myself. So we got that nut on order, but until then, that'll keep us rolling. Now we are going to reseal the gearbox on that header. Who decided that this was the best place to park this header? That right there is the gearbox I'm working on. I got my nice little seat here. This plate was loose on us a little while ago. We tightened it up and it was good for a bit, but now it's leaking, so we'll just undo this. We're gonna clean it first, obviously, and get some silicone on there and tighten it back down. Hopefully we can get rid of this leak. I hate leaks, especially on gearboxes. Hydraulic oil is one thing, you can just keep topping it up and you're not really worrying about wrecking much. But you run a gearbox slow and you can spend a lot of money pretty quick. It was leaking out of the top of that box, and those two top bolts were loose, and the silicone in there was kind of pretty much all gone. So we're gonna get a razor blade, clean up the box, go take this in and clean it up, and then we need to find some lock washers for these bolts so that they don't come loose again, and then we'll just quickly seal it back up. It's interesting. A lot of gears and gearboxes on this, but it works well. I was just on the phone for like 35-40 minutes trying to figure out parts. I guess they were hard parts to find today. And that solenoid nut, well, the solenoid is $1,000, but you can't find the specific breakdown for just that nut. So I think I'm gonna grab one off of our parts header, and it's the same thread pitch, it's just like too big, so I'm just gonna cut it down. I think we'll just slam that on there, hopefully that holds. And Dad's combine is actually really in quite good shape. Looking at my list, the feeder chain, I tightened that yesterday. I'm just gonna walk around it now with the shields up, and we're gonna just take a look at it, see what else we can find. I don't want to start that hydrostatic leak yet because we want to use it tomorrow probably, so that kind of looks like a big job, something I've never done, so I don't want to get into that yet. But all in all, very productive day, got a lot of good things done. Biggest thing I'm happy about is the semi. We really needed that third Super Bee going the other day, and now it'll be working for us. I think that's probably going to be it for today. Thanks a bunch for watching. You guys have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.